Welp.
Fox and Matt, through your combing of the TV guides and the phone books, you're able to find the address of Oregon Public Broadcasting. Fox, you're able to clock that it's in South Portland, which is a bit weird because most of these places have like southeast or northwest or northeast, and this is just south. Matt, you clock that's across the river.
Cammy Territory?
That is Cammy Territory.
I do relay that it looks like the broadcasting point's across the river.
Oh.
So we'll have to be very careful.
Yeah, sure, we're good at that.
I haven't been caught yet.
Just give Matt a little pat on the shoulder. It's true, you haven't.
Like a month into vampirism.
That's the joke. That's the joke.
That's the joke.
Taking Fox's truck or Matt's car?
I was thinking my little beater, unless you'd prefer to take the truck. We're just here for paperwork, so...
Yeah, that should work out.
Alright, then taking Matt's little beater over there, you cross over Ross Island Bridge, named for Ross Island that you can see off to the south of it. It is a little wooded island in the middle of the river.
I refer to it as the town's strategic toilet paper reserve.
Huh, okay.
Pulling down there and under the shadow of OHSU, the Oregon Health and Science University, where all of our doctors are trained, you find your way to Oregon Public Broadcasting. As I said, this is not a huge city, so this is not a skyscraper affair. This is Oregon Public Broadcasting, so it's a little two-story building.
Does it have a little transmitter on top?
It does.
Good.
Do you park close by? Do you park in the parking lot?
I would like to park as close as I can without needing a parking pass.
You're not going to need a parking pass for it.
Ideal. Then the lot itself. And I'll look to my friend in the car before we get out and explain the plan. Since I have a reputation doing audio stuff in the city of Portland, I'm gonna see if I can walk up and try and ask if I can get a view of the studio before I apply. Like I'm applying for a job, but I want to see what the setup's like, which should be enough to get us in.
Okay.
Then, since we're looking for information, one of us will have to figure out how to get into wherever their HR is and look for paperwork. I, alone, could just go invisible and go find it, but I don't know what options you would have to go find it if they're giving me a tour.
Depends on if anyone else is around.
Point of note, there is one other car in the parking lot.
Okay.
It says Securitas on the side.
Ah, so they're probably closed if there's only one other car.
The lights on the inside are out.
Matt looks genuinely stymied by the fact that this place isn't open in the middle of the night. Scratches his head. How do they do his midnight naked show if they're not open at midnight?
Yeah. Look over. Does it look like there's anyone in the car? Is the car empty?
The car is empty. Matt, with a little bit of effort, you're able to zoom in a little bit and see that on the front door there's a sign that says it closes at 5 p.m.
Wildly inconvenient.
I agree. Looks like we're just gonna have to go inside and avoid security. From inside the car, can I see what sort of security features they have on this front door? Is it just a mundane lock? Does it look like there's any cameras?
You can see the security cameras, the security system, the little box on the inside. The lock on it is mid-tier. It's not exactly the cheap-ass wafer locks. It's somewhere in between those and the magnetic locks on Dr. Evelyn's office. Your car has almost certainly been spotted by the security camera by now.
Yeah, time to keep driving. Your car has been viewed here, so we're going to need to, at the very least, go around the block.
I'm going to make it look like I came here with mundane business, see the hours on the sign, and then walk back to the car and drive away, just as an excuse. I'll be right back. Ding Dong gets out of the car. He walks up. He like brushes himself off. He looks like he's trying to make himself presentable for a job interview with what he's wearing. Walks up to the front door and looks inside for a minute, looks at the hours, face palms, and then walks back to the car.
All right. Well, good job on the acting. Now they absolutely have your face on camera.
That's fine.
It's a face-paper camera. Well, then what are you doing?
Go back to the car and make like I'm driving away. Go 2 or 3 blocks out before circling back towards.
All right, park your car a little bit further away.
All right. So here's the deal, Matt. I'm pretty sure I can get that door open, but there is a security guard on site. Can you be invisible and open interior doors?
Yeah, sure, once we get in.
That's the thing. It's not so much a we getting in, unless you want a dead security guard.
I don't think that would be beneficial.
I don't think it would either. So I can get the lock open, but then
Then I've got to sneak around. I understand.
I do like the sneak up, try to get the lock open, get in, realize, oh shit, there's actual security here, and then book it.
That works for me.
All right, switch from my flannel to a hoodie, not showing up on video in my good flannel.
You would not be recognized on a casual look, assuming someone knew what you looked like in the first place.
Since I stayed in the car with my head facing away from the cameras, hopefully that works out.
You're walking up and you slide your tools into the lock with a click. Your protean would come out a little bit.
Yeah, that would make sense.
You're focused so much on your hands, and maybe something about your sire being in town, the voice in your head, the beast that has her voice, is louder and calls something in your skin, in your blood. You find yourself at the end of it with long, multi-jointed, spindly fingers, and it takes effort to get them to relax. You also remember the last thing that your sire said to you, that you look like you're doing well.
Yeah, oh.
You pull your skin and bones back into place, but the lock is open.
All right, I am hoping that Mad has been invisible nearby and will walk in.
Yeah, as soon as there's space, I slip inside invisibly.
This time, the click when you get it open happens just a second afterwards.
Oh.
But the door is open, and Matt, does that prevent you from slipping inside? Because you only have a couple of seconds.
I go inside.
Wonderful. Then, Fox, what are you doing?
I do a shaky look around like I've noticed something and turn to hurry on down the street.
That weird delayed click has you just spooked enough that it adds to the sincerity of the oh shit, and I'm walking away.
I'm walking in the other direction of the car so that I can double back around to the car so there's not a direct trail from me to the car.
Yeah. Then, Matt, you have slipped inside the building. It is dark and a bit eerie. You're still getting used to this whole vampire situation, and there's still a sense of wrongness about being inside a building after it's closed, especially one as sacred as Oregon Public Broadcasting.
Agreed. I'm breaking into the temple right now.
It is eerily silent. You spot the few security cameras that are in here. You spot the box for the alarm, but you're pretty sure it was just wired up to the front door.
Is it currently going off?
It's got a little red light that's blinking.
Did I notice that before?
No.
Okay, so somebody's coming this way. Do I hear a heartbeat in this building with my heightened senses?
You don't hear a heartbeat, but you do hear footsteps off from the sounds of it, probably upstairs.
I see.
But it's moving.
Is there like a directory inside this building? Sounds like it'll be a minute or two before they get here. Is there a big sign, this is this way, this is that way?
Yeah, there's offices this way and studio this way.
I will slowly, doing my best to sneak while invisible, make my way towards the offices.
Broadcast, payroll, a bunch of different versions. You are still invisible.
Just in case, this wouldn't be the first time a cop that has run into me has been related to vampires, so I'm a little paranoid.
With a bit of poking around, you are able to find Jim Spagg's office. Director of TVAP.
Whoa! EVAP. Okay. What does the door to his office look like? Does it have frosted glass? Is it solid wood? Have a lock?
It's a solid wooden door. There is a window that looks into the office that's frosted, but not in the door itself. The door itself does not appear to have a lock on it.
Perfect. I'd like to quietly make sure I don't hear the footsteps anywhere nearby, and then quietly attempt to open this door.
With your heightened senses active, you are going to be pretty good at avoiding the patrolling security guards. You can hear them all the way across the building. You are able to pull out a file with his name, his address, his birth date.
I get really excited and then realize I haven't brought anything with me to write this down on, so I'd like to find a Sharpie somewhere in here and write it on my arm.
When you pick up the Sharpie, you pop back into visibility.
That happens. I need to look at my arm in order to legibly write on it anyways.
That's true, it's true. Have you tried writing on an invisible arm with an invisible Sharpie? Nobody has, and it wouldn't work well.
I need to have one arm steady and the other one writing. I guess I stick one of my legs out and move that around so I don't go invisible from standing still.
That part's psychosomatic. You're worried that's video game logic there, I guess.
Yeah, so I've got his personal details.
Indeed. And with that, we will switch back over to our other point of view.
Thank you for watching Portland by Night. Links are in the description for the full playlists and ways to donate if I made you feel something. The night holds a rich bouquet of emotions. Let me know what we made you feel in the comments below. Liking and subscribing attracts the attention of the great Al-Haratham, and I know not what will result. Do so at your own risk. Good night.